WongaNS versus Virtual Selection here on Vale. Round 1. And here we go. So they're just jumping in the chairs right now. Need to get someone in. And here we go. That's the start. Virtual Selection starting as aliens in subsector. And we see Wonga, as always on this map, as Marines in control. Seeing Alice, Izo, and Kella move over to the east side, while Nobody and My Own moves west. So 3-2 split for Wonga, while Virtual Selection rushes straight into Nanogrid. You see the Cis chain moving there as well. Beta and Aristote in skylights. Aristote in the vents there, watching Nobody build that RT. Seeing Alice and Kella. Izo move down into C12. Alright, and now we're seeing that Loop and Ben make a little bit of defensive perimeter here in East Junction. As these guys come through, Izo, Kella, and Alice moving in. Meanwhile, on the other side, a little bit of cat and mouse action happening. Aristote popped his neck out of the vent, gets shot up. See now, no kills have happened yet, so first blood has not been taken. Alice, Izo, and Kella moving in from East Junction into Nanogrid, up against a gorged up Hydra farmed Nanogrid. They're gonna try to move in. Lucho, Ben, and Chris in there, so 2 gorges. Loop is right behind him, and it looks like they're waiting for timing to get on these Marines. Looks like they are making their move against these guys. Kella ends up going down. Kella takes out Ben with really low health. Nice med packing there from Mega, who's their comm. Alice ends up going down. Kella is the only one left against these gorges. He may look at that nice med pack there, and Chris gets out of there with very low health. Lucho 20% health, and Kella is still alive outside this Nanogrid fight that's going on. Holy cow. Beta, Chris, Ben, and Loop now surrounding Kella. Let's try to get from his point of view as he's running out. He's got Skulks on his heel, and look at that, perfect. He's shooting down a hallway, trying to bait them down a tight hallway. You want to do that, you want to extend your range. And look, he's done it so well that enough time has passed by that he gets reinforced by Izo. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, while this is going on, we have a gorge going down in system waypointing to a Marine. Kella and Izo, that was putting pressure on Nanogrid, has moved on from there and into system waypointing, putting pressure on the north side as well. So we are seeing now that RT has been lost in skylights. Nobody there is just sitting there waiting for another drop of an RT. This is great. Virtual Selection has moved right into Nanogrid. Now, this attack has kind of delayed the drops from the Harvesters. That was kind of really smart from Chris, who is Virtual Selection's alien comm right now, because it was under pressure so early in the game, he didn't want to drop those and end up losing Nano and then end up losing that resource cost for those Harvesters. Just going to go ahead and turn up my volume real quick here, because I believe the volume's a little bit low. So we're just going to put this up just a bit. Alright, sorry about that. So Kella, Izo, and Alice now moving in from East Junction. Again, this trio moving in, putting pressure on Nano. Those Harvesters have now been built. Virtual Selection going with a Crag Hive, which is quite interesting. In the new build, Crag Hives Crag Hide openings haven't really been that popular. And look at this, they're just coming around the corner. Kella, Izo, and Alice moving in with Lucho. We're seeing one skull converging onto this. Lucho is going to end up going down, and this is in trouble. The Hydras now are in trouble over here on the south end of Nanogrid as these 2 skulls come streaming in, and Beta does get killed. Ben does take down Alice, but he gets taken down by Kella, and Loop goes down, leaving Kella in there alone. Look at all those med packs. That was extremely expensive. Look at their team res right now. Oh my god, that was really expensive. And basically all they did was kill life forms, and they didn't take any Harvesters down. So that was definitely a loss that engagement was definitely a loss from Wonga. Even though they took down a Gorge, they only cost 5 now. So not a big loss as to losing all that res on med packs, and obviously losing your Marines on the map. Aristote, Loop, and C12 in the dome. I'm sorry, Aristote and Loop in C12, passing by the dome. And on the other side of the map, we're seeing Nobody and Beta. Nobody going down. Kella coming around the corner, about to slap Beta off of there. He's got really low health, just a couple shots. He does take him down, and that RT is at 79%. Look at this drifter placement around the map. Drifters all over the place. Hill 250. These guys are no longer perma-cloaked anymore, so they can be seen. They do help build. Alien buildings build at 70% speed without a drifter. With a drifter, they build 100%. And now Kella and Nobody moving into Overlook. We're seeing now that they just killed a drifter. We're seeing Beta launch himself into here as he's going after Kella. He does take him down and going after the other Marine. Great job! Great fighting there against Nobody, and pushes them out again. And they are moved back into their base. Great job here by Virtual Selection, sending these Marines back. If you remember my interview with Archaea, and it still holds true with this new build, as a Marine, your most important resource on the battlefield is a Marine that's alive. You do not want them sent back to your base. Great job. Aggressive phase gate moving up, being put up here in the dome. This is really going to allow them a lot of movement around the map if they are able to hold this. Now Alice taking down Aristote and Ben with his pistol in there, but not enough. Beta and Loop takes down that other Marine, and Izo now coming in against these two, taking down Beta and also taking down Loop. Great job there. A lot of med packs being dropped here, which is quite interesting to see. Spending so much money on these med packs, I don't know if I would be dropping that many. Remember, med packs no longer have a delay in dropping. I know that went back and forth. They added a 0.3 delay in dropping med packs, but they removed that, so you can actually span med pack drops now. However, what they did add is a 0.3 delay in Marines picking up med packs. Big difference in keeping your Marines alive, and no longer can they just span med packs and keep them alive forever. So now we've seen Wonga positioning themselves and moving into Pipeline. We're seeing now that Alice moving into Cargo, positioning himself there. 3 Skulk Line moving down into System Waypointing, passing by Nanogrid. So this is still anyone's game at this point. We have Beta at 39, Loop at 40, Aristote at 40, and Ben at 40. So 4 Fades can come out right now. Of course, they'd be vanilla phase, as in they would have no upgrades, because upgrades now cost 2, 3, 5, and 8, going up from Gorge all the way to Onos. So those upgrades, 4 Fades cost 5 each, so a fully upgraded Fade with all 3 traits is now 55 total personal resources. Izo and Alice moving into the dome. You guys saw that phase gate went down in the dome. Another one is going up. We're seeing that Cargo has been sifted in with Virtual Selection. And it looks like, let's take a look at the Resource Tower map right now. 5 Resource Towers lost for Wonga. Virtual Selection at 2. Team kills, 21 and 20, so pretty even in terms of engagements. And Team Resources map is still bugged. Fades are out on the field. 4 Fades, so we have a Fade-plosion going on right now. And these guys, Beta, I don't know about moving in alone. Look at this. Why are they streaming in one by one? So Alice and Izo there holding. These Fades have streamed in. They're okay, great. They went to each side. Look at that. Mines going down everywhere as they're blinking over them, but too late or too little. And those get exploded. My own is coming in around the corner. Death Cam strikes again on my own. And we see Kella coming around the corner. This is not going to be good for them. Alice comes through the phase gate. And these Fades are all over the place. Great job there by Wonga getting those guys out of there. 4 Fades still on the field. They didn't lose any, and they're fixing that phase gate. But now, I mean, look at Virtual Selection. Look at this. They are floating almost 100 res. So much that they are in a very good position. Their economy is running strong. Beta swiping down Marines left and right here. And this is the problem. This is a problem in when you're getting close to early mid-game. This is a problem when you don't have shotguns or armor 1 or weapons 1. They are going down in heaps, and Virtual Selection is taking advantage of this. Okay, when the fades are going to come out, fades are not scared, especially these new fades. They are not scared from an LMG. What they are scared of now, that they weren't really scared of in vanilla or build 249 in previous, is shotguns. Now, shotguns have just been researched just a few seconds ago, and these guys went back to the base, grabbed them, so they're definitely going to need them. There's armor 1. I don't know if these upgrades are coming out a little bit too late. Wonga is having trouble holding onto this phase gate here in the dome, and if they're having trouble holding onto the phase gate and dome, they're having trouble holding on to resource towers everywhere on the map. You're seeing C12 under attack here. Izo just comes in and pushes away Lucho, but Beta comes in from the other way, almost gets tagged, and we're seeing a big push here on the dome phase gate where these guys are definitely fighting it out. Oh, and a fade is down in that fight. Over commitment there. It looks like they really wanted blood, and they lose a fade in that fight. Really good trade-off in favor of Wonga for that fight. This is where the aliens I've seen in this new build, this is where they can get in trouble. If mid-game to early late game, they start losing life forms, and obviously the Marines have all their upgrades, it is so tough for them to get some sort of foothold back onto the game and some sort of momentum back. So I hope that doesn't happen. They already lost one fade. They really need to be careful with the other ones, and we're seeing a big rush happening in control. There's the beacon, 50% on that phase gate. It's not going to be enough. They went there with Chris, who is the Gorge, and they were trying to bio-bomb that down. This guy better be in trouble. Beta does take down Alice as he runs out of there. Wow. All right, so they are trying to now pick and choose where they're going to try to get these guys out of here. I think they should still work on the economy. Lucho now working on the RT there in topographical, however in C12. Izo there with a shotgun going down to Beta, and this RT is going to go down. Kel is not going to make it there in time, 2%, and they dropped the cargo hive just a few seconds ago. With all that money, I don't know, they could have dropped that. Well, they could have dropped that a while ago and started that process. Gorge Tunnel now halfway researched. Three shells have been down, which means Carapace and Regeneration are at 100% effectiveness. We see Loop working on the economy of Wonga in pipeline. That's going to go down. That's going to drop them down to 1, which is their main extractor. They don't even have their naturals right now. They don't have topographical or skylights, which is really, really bad position for Wonga to be in. They really need to work on their economy. They're not paying attention. They're paying so much attention to this dome. And Virtual Selection, I mean, to pat them on the back, they're doing a great job hitting Wonga all over the place. Can you see this? Wonga is having to respond all over the map. They can't stop responding, so they can't, like, basically get a team together. And all of Wonga is dead right now except the commander, and they are grinding on this phase gate in the dome as they respawn back, and this may turn into a meat grinder. Phase gate to 58%. And, you know, the structures that are being damaged, like the phase gate and stuff, that takes time to repair. So that's another Marine not on the field. They don't have a robotics factory out, so that means they don't have mechs that are going to help and take the time to repair these. We're seeing Loop 58% on the pipeline RT. That is going to be really good if they can take that down. Cargo hive has been finished. Let's see what hive they go through next. They have the choice of Shade or Shift. We're seeing Shade being very, very popular lately. It really helps. Ben almost overcommitting to that fight. And we're seeing one Marine, my own, in cargo, up against Chris, who's that Gorge. Successfully spinning him away, and here he comes with two other Marines as they come in with shotguns. So the rest of Wonga needs to respond to this, and here they come with the fades. Deathcam strikes again on my own, and the fades and Skull clean that up. Nobody is trying to hide behind this crate there, and ends up going down. Meanwhile, back in the dome, look at this. This is turning out. Now, what would really help virtual selection here, what would really help in with virtual selection right here, and looks like they lost a player already. I think they're calling good game. Either that player left. Nope, they're in ready rooms. So I think they're calling good game right now. It's not official until they do. There we go. Good game, Wonga. Virtual selection. Wow. Pulling that off. That was crazy. So round 1 goes to VS. We're just going to wait till it's official. Virtual selection wins that first round. And here we go into round 2.